I want to know why you railroaded McAllister and his company through the hospital board.
Alan, please, it was a perfectly legitimate vote.
It was legitimate? You blackmailed Lucy Cohen to get a proxy vote.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Well, it's a lie, and you're just going to have to accept the will of the majority.
That's what Brutus said to Caesar when he shoved the knife in.
Really? Look, if you're so concerned about Mr. McAllister, why don't you check his credentials?
I'm going to do that. And I already know about yours, so we know that there's a rip-off somewhere.
Oh, I get it. You're nervous about November when Ned is going to take over control of ELQ.
I'm nervous, am I? It's like having a fly on your shoulder that you're about to brush off.
You're terrified and you don't want to admit it.
I'm terrified, am I? I got a big news flash for you, Tracy. I'm about to resign as the Assistant Chief of Staff so I can devote more time to my company, even though it's not going to take very much time to beat you and that silly brat of yours.
Don't call him a brat.
Wait, excuse me. You're going to do what?
I was going to discuss it with you later, Monica.
You'll discuss it, right? I can't believe that you would think about resigning and not tell me.
I just love living in this house.
You know, maybe it would be better to discuss this another time, considering...
No, Gail, I'd like to talk about this now.
It's a matter of priorities, Monica. I can't devote the time and energy to the hospital that I need to if I'm going to wage this ridiculous war against Tracy and her son.
Oh, you want a war?
Keep out of this, Tracy.
Look, let's just calm down, shall we?
Why don't you mind your own business, Gail?
Don't even talk to Gail, all right?
It's all right. Look, let's just all relax.
Let's just shut up, Gail.
Tracy, stick it in your ear.
Oh, Alan, how adult.
I'd love to stay here and have a little tete-a-tete, ladies, but I have an appointment with Steve about my replacement, Monica.
And I, too, have a meeting. I really hate to break up this fun, but please, go on sharpening your nails, ladies.
Gail, I just don't want to let Alan walk off without telling him how I feel about this resigning business.
But he explained why.
I know, except that this whole contest with Ned about getting control of ELQ, it isn't good enough. It's not a good enough reason for him to resign as Assistant Chief of Staff. Steve is going to retire one day, and Alan deserves to get that job. He's worked hard for it.
I'm a little confused. I can't tell whether you're angry at him or defending him.
Right now, I think I'm angry at him, and I'm going to go to the hospital and talk to him.
Well, since I am giving a seminar on social services right after lunch, maybe I'll join you, okay?
Fine, be my guest.
Monica, before we go, I think you're forgetting one thing that you told me yourself about Alan.
What?
You said that his whole identity is tied up in this battle for control of ELQ.
I know I said that, but that's not what I'm concerned about
Yes,
now.
but you were right, don't you see? It means much more to him than just the money. He's still trying to gain his father's acceptance. He's still struggling to gain recognition for his own self-worth and not just his name.
Edward did a dreadful thing when he pitted his children one against the other, didn't he?
Yes, he did. But you know whose side you have to be on. I mean, he's your husband. You love him.
And I don't think you have to remind me of that.
I'm sorry, of course I don't. It's just that you seem to be ruled by your anger right now.
Now, what concerns me right now, Gail, is that we've spent all our lives being doctors. I don't want that to just slip away for no good reason.
I know. And the deadline is very close now, and this whole thing will be over, and I'm sure everything will get back to normal.
Come on, let's go to the hospital. Don't want you to be late for your seminar.
Right.
Especially since you're giving it.
I've given one.
Taken me all morning to track you down.
To offer a truce, I hope.
Look, I know I was upset this morning, but you dropped a bomb in my lap about resigning.
Listen, I can't even discuss that now. I've got much bigger problems.
What is bigger than Assistant Chief of Staff? Huh?
General Hospital being taken for a ride.
What are you talking about?
I met that hotshot fundraiser of Tracy's.
Oh, David McAllister.
That's right, and I asked him an awful lot of questions, and his answers were all glib, Monica. Very, very glib.
Just because he's glib doesn't mean he's not going to do a good job for the hospital.
I know that, but it concerns me the way Tracy's always fawning all over him.
No, I think what concerns you more is not McAllister, it's Tracy.
I must say that is a chronic condition. But you know what I really worry about? They act as if the two of them have just crawled out of bed. I'm telling you, I've got to keep my eye on the both of them.
Look, my dear, I know how much you want to be in control of ELQ. And I want to help, so let's just bury the hatchet and go on from there, okay?
Yeah, listen, you're still going to head up that dermostatin research for me, aren't you?
I said I would, and I will. Barnett reports Dr. Boyd in emergency.
Listen, I want you to believe me when I tell you I am not using you or doing anything deceitful about anything, not my resignation, nothing.
I'm trying to convince myself of that.
Please believe me, Monica, I am doing this for the both of us.
So am I. I just want the stupid contest to be over.